gets it. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville, Texas. I know that sounds like a crazy name.
This is a historic Tomato Bowl. This was built originally in 1940.
Well, thank you. We have our local historian with us, Aaron Whitehead, and we really appreciate all the work that Game Day has done to produce tonight. And just off the top, we're going to tell you we apologize if the feed messes up or something. We had some technical issues, but we're doing everything we can to make this feed work. Tonight, Eric Aiken and usually along Brian Bolt, but Brian is not able to be with us tonight as he is in the duck woods, and so he's getting ready for opening duck season in Arkansas tomorrow. So Aaron's going to join us until Billy Lavender's going to come up and join us here in just a little bit, but Aaron's going to kind of fill in just a little bit. But man, they redid the stadium 2 years ago, and man, it's a beautiful place.
It really is. And you know, the town of Jacksonville itself has a lot of historic sites. It's a great city to visit when you can. Of course, it's no Texarkana where we're from, but getting out, if you're going to go to another stadium, this is one that's nice to go to and be a visitor in.
Yeah, it is a great place, and they do a tomato festival here in Jacksonville, so hence the name Tomato Bowl. Interesting couple of facts here is that Jacksonville, they redid it 2 years ago, and Jacksonville has yet to win a game in the Tomato Bowl that since it's been redone. And I was told today that Carthage is actually 3-0 in the Tomato Bowl, and it's not from playing Jacksonville, it's from playing playoff games.
Well, something tells me that Carthage is 3-0 in a lot of different places.
Oh yeah, Carthage is a special place, a lot of history there since Surratt got there, and he's done a great job there. I think he's got a chance to win either number 8 or number 9 this year, and looks like he's going to do pretty well.
Yeah, he's going to have to grow some more fingers before long.
Yeah, so, but just a couple of more things about this place is man, it's just beautiful. They got suites on the home side, and as well as an unusual thing, they've got a press box on the
visitor side.
On the visitor side, yeah. I couldn't get it out, so. Looks like Jacksonville has won the toss and is going to receive the ball. So Texas High defense will be on the field first. Just a few game facts, some things to look forward to and to watch out for tonight is tonight for Jacksonville. They come into the game with 24 turnovers, 7 fumbles, and 17 interceptions. So one of the things they're going to have to do is control those turnovers. And one of the things I expect them to do personally is that they're going to try to turn it into a 7-on-7 game because their offensive front and their defensive front is very small, and Texas High's is a very large front. And so it's –
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And player to watch for Jacksonville, if you haven't seen them play at all, I feel like I've seen them all year because we followed them all the time, is that Devin McEwen, number 14, is going to be a young man that you're going to watch there. He's a sophomore, and he is their go-to guy. So Hernandez is teed it up, and we're about to get underway here at the Tomato Bowl. It is Friday night football in Texas once again, and so that ball was fair caught by Casey Kennedy. You will also see him tonight on both sides of the ball, as he will be a receiver on offense and a linebacker on defense. He's actually a coach's son. His dad is the defensive coordinator. And so we want to welcome to the broadcast right now our man Billy Lavender, and I know he's trying to catch his breath a little bit. So
give me one play.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 or 3
I'm ready,
plays.
Coach.
That's right. That's right. So ball handed off. Get my chart here to Hinojosa. Going to be brought down immediately for a loss of 1. Ball's going to be spotted at the 29-yard line.
Brought down by a whole host of Tigers led by, looked like Christian Surratt.
Yeah, Christian Surratt is having a great season, as well as that entire defensive line. Man, what a year they are having. It's a fun group, probably the best 4 guys I've seen. Clayton moving guys around, getting them set. And this is what we expected right here.
Little dump pass over the middle.
Clater completes it to number 2, Casey Kennedy. And so he's going to have enough for a first down. That's a lot more than Pine Tree got last week in the first half.
No doubt. He's brought down at about the 44 by Jalen Jones.
Yeah, so he's at the 44-yard line. And one of the things we talked about with some of their guys is they're going to take that one step and get it out as quick as they can to try to keep that Texas High defensive line out of the play the majority of the night. Fakes the handoff once again. Gets it out to Latrell Rivers, who's a senior.
I think what you're going to see, Eric, is if they continue to do this 2 or 3 plays, we're going to start manning up, and I think what Texas High calls Bama, and they scoot up and press the receivers, and they won't have time to throw that little quick throw. But you don't want to get beat deep right now, so we're just kind of feeling it out here in the first quarter.
Yeah. I remember Jeff Harrell, he's over at Arkansas High. He's going to watch the entire he's going to watch that first series, and then it's going to be, you're not going to have any more success the rest of the night with Jeff Harrell. Looks
like Texas High's coaching staff, after their quarterback drops back and throws it out to the receiver, is wanting them to say that it was a backwards lateral, but it looks like they're going to spot it back 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that assessment by the Texas High coaches. That ball did look like it from our angle. Looked like it was.
We got a good spot right here, right down the line for sure.
Right.
But it never hurts to ask.
That's right. 3rd and 3. Clater back in it. Quarterback. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it around the left side, and he's going to be out of bounds. Look like about the 42-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out.
We had a good defensive plan on that play, and Christian Surratt, I think, had him in the backfield and just kind of lost him, and he trotted for a first down pretty easily. But those are some things that will get cleaned up.
Yep. So, and that for Texas High, we got to be careful. It's not a trap game for us. We got to stay focused and understand you still got to play 4 quarters tonight. Looks like they've moved Clayton Smith back into like a little hybrid linebacker position. Hinojosa takes it right up the left side and is going to have enough for a first down. It's going to be spotted at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's brought down, look like by Caleb Arnold and Jalen Jones. And what we don't want is we don't want those safeties making all the tackles. We want that line to get some penetration, those linebackers to fill those gaps and get up and get that play.
So 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah.
Clater back to pass. Ball's incomplete, intended for Hinojosa.
Really good play by, looked like Hines. He followed that back just like he's supposed to, and he had no room to get the pass, and so the pass sailed a little bit over him, but he would have had him for a loss, looked like, if they would have completed the pass.
Yeah. 2nd down and 2 for the Indians. So Hinojosa still in at tailback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Clater back to pass. Ball thrown over the middle. Ball intended for Rivers. And
oh my gosh!
Say that
Caleb Arnold had that play just perfect, and he was the one that stepped up for the pass. And he did make some contact with the other guy, but the other guy ran into him, and it looks like flag comes out, and they're going to call PI on Caleb. But that was a bad call by the back judge right there.
I love having Billy on the radio because he just calls it like it, or on the TV on Texas County Game Day.
Listen, I am a homer, and I'm gonna really live it up for Texas High and what they do, but I'm gonna call it right. And if we do the same thing, I'm gonna let you know.
That's right.
Y'all are all seeing the exact same thing that I'm seeing, so it's kind of hard to get over on somebody.
That's right. And as they're marking off this penalty, for Jacksonville. For them to be successful tonight, they got to stop the big plays and no turnovers. As I stated earlier, 24 turnovers on the night, and so they've got a great opening drive happening so far. And so they've got 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line. It looks like they've spotted about the 18-yard line. Clater back to pass, hits.
Missed another tackle on the edge.
Hits Mallard. And Mallard is going to be brought down just shy of the 5-yard line.
You know, Jonte Ratner read that play just absolutely perfect and is there and stops him for no gain, but just misses the tackle off of his shoulder, and they end up getting a good game and leaves them with, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3.
We started the game like this against Hallsville, just making those sloppy mistakes, but I can promise you the defensive coaching staff will fix those things very quickly. So Clater back to pass.
Oh, my gosh.
Ball is caught, and it is a touchdown for the Indians. McEwen, who is their go-to guy.
Jalen Jones absolutely reads that play and knocks the ball away and knocks it right to one of their guys standing in the back of the end zone watching. You can't help but feel for him, but he made the play. Bad snap.
Attempt after bad snap. And as a matter of fact, the first 3 games, they did not have a kicker, but Jose Solano said, hey, I'll go out and kick. And so with 9:34 left in the first quarter, Indians are up 6-0 on Texas High. They've got to be pleased with that start tonight. And as I stated earlier, our school board is going to be hit and miss, and so we'll keep you updated on the score as well as the time left in the quarter as much as possible. So we apologize once again.
The main things, we're getting it to you, and you're able to watch a little Texas High football tonight.
I've got the score 100%.
Score is 100%. We're being told by Frank over here.
Yeah, Frank is the man. He's taking care of stuff, and so between him and Aaron, they got things fixed and got it working, and so we really appreciate those guys for making it happen. So, Billy, what do you think, Texas High tonight?
Man, I kind of drew this up and said, hey, Texas High needs to start fast. They need to limit any turnovers because that's we're a better team, and that's what you don't want to do is give Jacksonville some turnovers to feel like they're in the game. And then we need to control the line of scrimmage both offensively and defensively. So we'll see how that holds up here in the first half.
Yeah. So Jacksonville to kick off. Solano to kick off. Going to kick it short and high, which has become a normal.
Trey Lavender there on the catch.
Who is that?
Man, that's the first time they've kicked it to that side all year. They've been kicking it over to Blake. He hadn't ever done anything but catch it, so it looks like they're going to pick on that little guy over there all night.
Yeah, well, they're picking on the wrong one because I can promise you he's going to do something with it. So
there you go. So Texas High will have the ball on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. The offense trots out.
Yeah. And so if you missed last week, Stewart got injured, and so it looks like trying to get a beat and see who.
Looks like it's Witcher.
Witcher is going to be the starting running back
13.
tonight. And so Braylon back to pass. He's going to hit Sellers out to his left.
There you go. There's the flag. Yep, little horse collar. About a 14-yard pickup that ends up being a 29-yard pickup with the 15-yard penalty. We'll be on the other side of the field going downhill after the first play.
And when you're 1-6, you're going to make those kind of plays you're just frustrated with the year, and so you're going to take it out on. But you don't want to make stupid penalties like that, and that's ridiculous.
Well, especially not after you march down the field and get 6 in the first drive. You just want to hold them in front of you.
Yeah.
Looks like Dodson's in. You got a receiver. You got Dodson, Blake Rogers, and Sellers. Cade Miller at the H-back, and BD still back in tailback position.
So it's kind of a cool view that we've got tonight. Right to our right is all the coaching staff, so you kind of get to see a response here. But we promise not to call any names, or hopefully you won't hear any bless yous come out of over there.
Hopefully we'll be high-fiving all night.
That's right. McHenry hands it off to Witcher. Witcher slips as he goes right up the middle, going to be down at the 40-yard line.
Man, I'm telling you what, get my man Brioski some syrup because he just flat pancaked the guy in the backfield, which allowed Witcher to get a yard.
So everybody I've talked to at Jacksonville talks about their defensive line. They are not good. They're small, and they get pushed back all around all year. So McHenry back to pass. He's going to hit Rogers out to the right side, and he's going to be brought down immediately Going to bring up third down for the Tigers. Ball will be at the 36-yard line.
Looks like brought down by number 6, and I don't have a. And my eyes could be bad. It could be looks like maybe number 4 over there. That could be Caleb Clayton for Jacksonville.
Clayton, and their jerseys are hard to see a little bit. So hands it off.
3rd and 5.
Grissom on the carry.
Nice.
He's going to have just enough for the first down. That kid's a sophomore, and he runs hard.
I'm telling you, I think I've just seen 3 pancakes in 3 plays by Brioski, which is our center, and that guy's not going to want to face him all night, I'm telling you. But that opened up that hole and got us a first down. That's a great play.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 30-yard line. McHenry hands it off once again to Grissom. He's got some room right up the middle, going to make it to that second level, and it looks like the safety Fuller's going to come up and make the tackle.
I'm telling you, Grissom has really come on since his number's been called. And I mean, he's a kid who's he's a sophomore, and he's been on the JV all year. And I mean, he's really running. What's happening is we got more and more film on us every year. I mean, every game. And what they're doing is they're coming out and seeing that we're playing a little bit off on the corners and hitting those quick passes. But we'll toughen up and be a normal Texas High team, but it sure helps to come out and march right down the field in about 7 or 8 plays and get a TD.
Well, and I think the X factor in tonight's game is going to be the Texas High DBs, the defensive backs and the safeties, and because I'm telling you, Jacksonville is going to throw the ball a lot, and they want to get in a 7-on-7 matchup. That's what they want to try to do tonight. And so Hernandez is in the kick. So Hernandez has a high kick, so gets it up high. Going to be fair caught once again by number
2.
Yeah, number
Looks
2.
like number 2, Casey Kennedy. And that's people ask me why does Texas High kick the pooch kick? And the first game of the year we kicked a couple of deep, and some teams ran it back and got a big gain. And what Texas High's done is they said, hey, we trust our defense, and we're going to pooch it over there and give it to you on the 25, 30-yard line, and then we're going to stop you and get the ball back. So it's worked well for Texas High all year, and I'm sure if they have to adjust, they'll do like they always do.
Yeah. So here we are, 1st and 10. At the 25-yard line for the Indians. Clater in it. Makes that quick read and gets it out very quickly.
Nice takedown by Jonte. He's playing back a little. You don't want to get beat deep this early, and so he's just playing off of him a little bit. He'll pick the right route and jump on it and get a pick here in a little bit.
Yeah. So Mallard on that reception there, going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
And listen, don't get me wrong. Jacksonville's got a bad record, but they got a great quarterback.
Yes.
They've got a great receiver. They got some good athletes. They just hadn't put it all together this year.
And I told Coach beforehand, I said, you're the best 1-6 team in the state that I have. He goes, well, I guess somebody's got to be. And I said, Coach, you shouldn't be down. I mean, I get it. So McEwen goes in motion.
There we go.
And they hand it off to Hinojosa, and he's brought down.
Jalen Green's in the backfield, gets a nice tackle for loss. That's what we lacked on that first drive. We were there a couple of times and just didn't make the tackles. It wasn't like we just got beat all the way down the field. Just didn't make the tackles, but he drops him for a loss, and now they got 3rd and 3, and they're kind of behind the chains.
Well, and here's the crazy part with Texas High that we've talked about we hadn't talked about, but last week they had some great success against Pine Tree. I think they expected to win, but they didn't expect to win that big. And then coming to a game like this, I mean, you just got to be careful. You got to stay focused and do what you do and be where you're supposed to be.
That's right.
So they've got Hines looking like he's going to show him blitz a little bit. So they hits number 5 across the middle. Mallard's been their go-to guy tonight. Hadn't been a lot this year, but go-to guy tonight so far.
Jackson Halter steps up and makes that tackle and secures him, make sure he doesn't get any yards after the catch, but they were able to get 4 or 5 yards and move the chains.
Yeah, so going to be 1st and 10 at about the 38.5-yard line for the Indians. Score is 7-6 with just almost 6 minutes left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, we don't have the clock tonight. We don't have our normal stuff, and we apologize for that. But, hey, you're getting to see the game, and so enjoy it if you can. So Clater sends Hinojosa back in motion. Going Comes back across the middle, probably to try to, they're going to hit him right coming out of the backfield, and he gets
Jonte Reitner. I'll tell you what, he got 3 or 4 yards, but he wishes he'd have gotten 2 or 3 yards because Jonte stepped up and really hit him, and they're kind of jawing. But I'll tell you what, he's going to think about it next time he looks over his shoulder for that catch.
Yeah. And I look for Hinojosa to keep playing like that, and he's going to get a nice 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
You know, Derek Brown was almost there, and they had to throw it over him, and the guy made a great toss to the back coming out, and they get 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's very interesting watching them run to the line. There's no hurry. They're just kind of get up there. Claytor back to pass, and he is going to be brought down for a sack. And I'm just going to tell you, Clayton Smith.
I'm telling you, listen, Clayton Smith, just add oil. All you got to do is add oil to that engine, and he is rolling. But I'll tell you what, both he and Surratt met him at the same time. And, sometimes it hurts to get brought down by one, but you never want to get brought down by both sides from 2, and that's what they did. And now, a loss of 5 or 6, and now you got 3rd and 12. And now Texas High's defense is starting to make some adjustments and step up, and we'll see what they got here on 3rd and 12 because they hadn't had a deep pass all night.
I think Smith and Surratt said, "I'll meet you at the quarterback," and that's how you play great defense. Mm-hmm. So they brought Mallard in it to try to help block, and
wow,
holy cow!
What a throw and catch!
He dove out of bounds, but they're going to say he was in. Yep. Caught by Benson.
I think he ended up getting 2 feet in, and it looked like we had number 11 there, and he was. I mean, they threw it just over Darren Finley's fingertips. It looked like we had that play well covered. But man, what a great throw and catch right there on the sidelines. And see, like I said, I'll tell you, his feet were in.
That's right. Well, see, I say they're not. I got to be a homer. So Claytor back to pass, set up the screen, going to hit Mallard once again, and Mallard is trying to figure out what just happened because he thought he had room.
There's my man D-Fin. I mean, that guy, he's a junior, 6'2", 215.